Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's been a week for me, man. It's been a week. But I do want to share this video with y'all. On top of that note, there's been a lot of controversy against this pastor and how some people left the church, dogging him, whatever. Honestly, I don't know him like that. I love his messages. I love his messages. You know, he preached hard, and sometimes, there's a time and season for all things, and you gotta have that hard preaching, that hardcore teaching. That real talk, that gritty. I love gritty. I love that gritty talk. That gritty grind. And you need that real talk. This is it. And he thorough. He real. I don't know his lifestyle and all that because I don't feed into that. I feed into the word of God. And what people do is they get caught up in the man. They get caught up in the creature rather than the creator. We gotta get caught up in the creator, not the creature. We gotta put God first before we do anything. We gotta put God first. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. So, other than that, listen to this video. Peace.
12 men, 1 married, 11 single. So you got 1 married man who probably knows what it is to be fighting with his wife, Peter, fussing with his wife, Peter, giving her the business, Peter. So Peter knows the frustration of marriage. Then you got 11 dudes who's listening to this and thinking like, yo, that's a heavy teaching. So how do they respond when they hear the teaching? Verse 10, the disciples said to him, whoa, Lord, if such is the case of a man with his wife, it is better to not be married. So you're trying to tell me if I marry my wife, because remember the culture, and I can't divorce her if she cooks my meal bad, or if she gets big, or if I see somebody more prettier, you telling me, wait, so culture is wrong? So you're telling me, Lord, if I get married, I gotta stay in there no matter what? Well, shoot, Lord, if that's the case, it's better for us to stay single. They understand the gravity of God's original design. They understand the gravity of God's original intent. And when they see that marriage was serious before God, holy before God, a covenant before God, eternal before God, till death before God, we can't be frivolously throwing away our wives and abusing our wives. Well, shoot, if it's that serious in the eyes of God, I might as well stay single. This is the disciples giving their own Lord pushback on his teaching. Any disciples ever gave the Lord pushback on his teaching? Yes. Liars? Yes, you have. How does the Lord respond to their pushback? He says in verse 11, last 2 verses. But he said to them, not everyone can receive this saying, but only those to whom it is given. You know what the Lord is saying? You know what? Y'all are right. This teaching is not for everybody. Watch. That's why some of y'all should stay single. That's what he's saying. I love the Bible. He's saying to them, yes, since marriage is so serious in the eyes of God, that's why some of you should not get married. Watch this. And don't be in sin at the same time. See? Because some of y'all are thinking, well, I'll just stay single because I'm banging it out anyway. I'm all good. But before he got to this, he was talking about dealing aggressively with sin. So now peep the context. So you want me to be holy, and now you're saying to me, in my holiness, if marriage is too serious, stay single for life while being holy. So the Lord is saying, yeah, I agree with y'all. Since it's so heavy, some of y'all should just stay single. You should stop being so thirsty to be married, because you're not ready for what you're asking for. You fasting all the time for a husband and a wife, but are you ready for what you're asking for? You're always fasting for a spouse, but are you mature enough to handle what you're asking for?